So IT took to IG, posted a video entitled "The Book of Isaiah," hashtag keep doubting, hashtag killer season, some behind the scenes from his rehab. It was voiced by, among others, our own Jemele Hill. I mean, she took a clip from the six, basically.
Glad he was watching.
So if you do two things today, if you read two things, read Tom Haberstroh on the significance and seriousness of IT's injury, and read IT's first-person account of the trade on the Players Tribune. This is one of the quotes from it. Yeah, I'll just say it. That stuff hurt, talking about the trade. It hurt a lot. And I won't lie, it still hurts. It's not that I don't understand it. Of course I get it. This is a business. Danny Ainge is a businessman, and he made a business move. I don't agree with it just personally, and I don't think the Boston Celtics got better by making this trade, but that's not my job. Read the full thing for yourself. Jemele, you read it? What's your, well, what do you mean? What's your biggest takeaway?
Well, I did when he said, but that's not my job, but that's not any of my business. He might as well have
No,
said,
I got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, what you put there, that was my overall takeaway from the piece. And I think because we live in a sports society that's very desensitized when it comes to the movement of players, their transactions, and especially with the advent of fantasy sports, is that makes them see players as even less than human. And I appreciated the fact that he admitted that it hurt, and that, as he just said, the fact that it still hurt. And I think a lot of times, it's funny because when players react emotionally to being traded, as he has, they tell them they're being soft, right? Or they tell them to suck it up. You're getting paid millions of dollars. Who cares? You know, move on to the next. But when KD, and he's talked about this, decides to leave, then the fans want to get in their feelings. And then they want their feelings to be respected. And so I guess what this...
Some of those are apples to oranges. Sorry to cut you off. Some of those are apples to oranges.
I know sometimes
I don't think you can make a general blanket statement about, well, players take their career in their own hands, fans get mad, teams deal players, fans.
But that is what happens, though.
Sometimes it's a little, there's some nuance involved. But
sometimes there is, but nevertheless, I think people get wrapped up into not understanding that this is for players, regardless of what the paycheck says. This is a lifestyle change. They have families that are rooted.
Thankfully, his kids took it well.
Yeah, especially his son, who was like, "Oh my God, Dad, you get to play with LeBron."
Yeah.
So I think bringing this emotion to it, it just kind of added. It just made me, in a lot of ways, feel some level of empathy for a lot of Boston fans who were very upset about the fact that IT was traded.
Well, and I was just simply pointing out that I don't know that you can always compare every transaction made by the player in this day and age to the ones made by the team. That said, though, there are people that's never going to resonate for. People are never going to see the hypocrisy or the inconsistency in that, because I think most people look at the team as their team. So they're always going to take the side of their team, as in you abandon us. You abandon this community. You abandon this franchise, which I support. I supported you. So that's for the KD example, for instance. Like, even though IT was different, he poured his heart and soul into Boston, loved the city, loved the organization. It moved on. From him, I don't think people are going to now have a paradigm shift as it comes to player empowerment.